The meeting will now come to order. Roll call. Mr. Glonick? Here. Mr. Landwehr? Here. Mrs. Olson? Here. Mr. Granlund?
Here.
Mr. Johnson? Ms. Sari? Here. And I am here. All please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The agenda was posted throughout the district according to school board policy, published as a legal ad in the Superior Telegram, posted on the district webpage, and sent to the WNXR radio station for announcement. A meeting notice was sent to the connection for publication. I need approval of the March 8th, 2023 agenda, both open and executive sessions.
Motion to approve, Neal.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Next item is consideration to move to an executive session, which is necessary for those items exempted under open sessions according to Wisconsin State Statutes 19.85 sub 1 CE. Included are employee staffing needs, compensation, contracts, and benefits for 2023-24. I need a motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. This is a roll call vote. Mr. Glonick?
Yes.
Mr. Landwehr?
Yes.
Mrs. Olson? Yes. Mr. Granlund?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Sari?
Yes.
And I say yes. Okay. Reconvene. I'm going to go right into the consent agenda. I need approval of the February 13th, I'm sorry, we're not going to do the motion until the end of this. So item A, approval of the February 13th, 2023 regular board meeting minutes, open and executive sessions, and the February 20th, 23 special meeting minutes. You all had those in your packet. So we'll go right into treasurer's report with Mr. Landwehr.
A summary of the treasurer's report as of February 28, 2023, general fund. General account on February 28, 2023, there was a balance of $4,908,845.45 in cash and investments. Receipts since the 1st of March and not included in the February 28 balance are $322,187.21, and the disbursements from tonight's March 8th board meeting total $164,731.71. The flexible spending account on February 28, 2023, there was a balance of $25,950.92 in cash and investments. In the health reimbursement account on February 28, 2023, there was a balance of $11,941.05 in cash and investments. And in the debt service fund on February 28, 2023, there was a balance of $673.42 in cash and investments. And a more detailed report on fund activity is included for your review in the financial statements.
Thank you, Mr. Landwehr. The payment of invoices is enclosed in your packet, so we'll move into the resignations, retirements, and employment.
Cassie Strebe, school psychologist, resigning effective at the end of the 24 school year. It's this year, so it'd be the 22-23 school year. Catherine Williams, part-time district reading specialist. Patrick Carlson, part-time custodian at Northwestern Elementary School. Brian Anderson, part-time custodian at Iron River Elementary School. We have one retirement, James Henniger, retiring after 10 years of service within the district. That's it.
Okay, I need a motion for the consent agenda.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, approval items. Request from Charlie Hessel and Allison Meldy and the Visual Arts Classic team to attend the overnight state BAC competition, April 13th to the 14th, 2023 at UW-Madison.
Hello? Okay. We're members of the Visual Arts Classic team. Some of our members couldn't be with us here tonight, but we actually have 10 students on the team. I'm Natalie, I'm a senior, and I competed in the painting.
I'm Wyatt Andren. I'm a junior, and I did printmaking.
I'm Francesca, and I'm in 10th grade, and I did art history.
I'm Haley Finkler. I am a junior and I did ceramics.
We competed individually on February 24th in Ashland by showing long-term projects and creating on-site projects in 2.5 hours.
In addition, as the team, we participated in critical thinking competition and art history quiz bowl. Individually, we earned first place awards with 8 of our long-term projects and all of our 10 of our on-site projects. The remaining 2 projects earned second place. Our projects are on display in the showcases between the 2 art rooms, so please check them out whenever you have a chance.
As a team, we won the Quiz Bowl competition and second in critical thinking, as well as second overall at regional. Each first place finish qualifies the project, student, and/or team for the state meet, so the entire team has qualified to compete at state. This year's state meet is at UW-Madison on April 14th.
We would like to request your permission to spend the night of April 13th in Madison. We would leave the school at the beginning of the school day on the 13th and would be competing all day Friday on the 14th and return later that night. We would travel by school vans, and the overall cost would be right around $2,700 for substitute teachers, hotel rooms, transportations, and meal money. Do you have any questions for us?
Are both Mrs. Meldy and Mr. Hessel going?
Yes, because we're taking school van.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I think we have a 2-time state champion in this category, for those who don't know.
We do. Our team has been state champions in 2017 and 2020.
With that, motion to approve.
Second motion.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Request from Laura Johnson, FBLA advisor, and 15 students to attend the overnight state leadership conference and competition in Green Bay, Wisconsin on April 16th to the 18th, 2023.
Hi, so at this point, it's just me. I had the largest group ever that went to FBLA competition. We have over 40 students in FBLA this year. It's the first time ever that FBLA from Northwestern received a chapter award, which was really cool. We have, from the information, as you can see, we have 15 students who qualified to go on to the state leadership conference and competitions. So we are asking permission to go to Green Bay in April. And then also, if anybody qualifies, permission to go to the national convention in Atlanta in June.
Anybody have any questions or comments? If not, I need a motion. I have a motion. I need a second. Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. We have a request from Kathy Lottie, FCCLA advisor, and 5 students to attend the overnight state FCCLA competition and convention held in Wisconsin Dells on April 2nd through the 5th, 2023.
Good evening. I was going to say a little bit more, but we went a little longer, and I was going to talk about the CTE program in general. But last month was CTE month, and we have some really great programs, so I'll just say that. I am asking for students. I have 3 students that are going to attend. The others are unable to go. It is a competition that is a state competition at Wisconsin Dells. It is actually April 3rd to the 5th. And the students would have an overnight stay. The activities that they've been involved in are, they usually do community service activities here at the school. Then when they go to regional competition, they need to do a 5 to 15-minute presentation along with supporting materials. When they've done that, then they competed against 200 other students, in different categories, but there were 200 there. And so they have this great opportunity after a couple of years of not being able to attend because of COVID issues, that to go to state at Wisconsin Dells. So there was only 3 and myself. Do you
Right
have any-
now, it says 2nd through the 5th, so you're
Yeah.
saying it really
It-
only needs to be
Yeah,
the
it's
3rd through the
it's
5th?
3. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Does anybody have any questions or comments? And if not, I need a motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Start College Now, Early College Credit Program for Fall of 2023. We do have that in our packet, but I don't know if anybody has any questions or anything.
Just a motion.
Not, then I need a motion. I have a motion and a second, and this will be a roll call vote. Mr. Glonick?
Yes.
Mr. Landwehr?
Yes.
Mrs. Olson? Mr. Granlund?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Sari?
Yes.
And I am also yes. Motion carries. Next is the Technical Excellence Scholarship Recommendation. That was also in our packet.
The
Yeah, I
Technical Excellence Scholarship winner is Grady Gustafson. Is he by any chance in the audience tonight? Okay.
But congrats to Grady, either way, in case he's watching.
This
Or his
does need a
family is.
motion.
But we do need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the Grady as the candidate.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Congrats to Grady. WIAA Cooperative Team Renewals. This is regarding the girls' gymnastics with Superior and Northwestern.
It's time to renew our WIAA cooperative team agreement for gymnastics. This is done every year.
It's a 2-year, isn't it a 2-year? Just 1 year? Every year. Okay, how many participants did we have from Northwestern? Awesome. I'll make a motion to approve.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. It's a great opportunity when you don't have enough to do a team here. They can at least be doing their sport. Okay. Item G, advertising for the building construction house bids.
You guys have in your packet the bid sheet that it's an annual process for our building construction house to basically get advertised. Minimum bid, we're looking at $53,000. And we're looking to extend the bid deadline than what it was last year. So by Monday, June 5th, bids would need to be to the district office. And if anybody would like to tour the house, they're in the process of finishing it. Our kids will be working on that in the springtime here. Penny Lavin in the district office is the person to get a hold of if they want to spend time walking through it. So if you have the bid sheet there, same house as last year. Lumber prices were essentially the same as what they were the year before.
So the bid sheet is due to the district office by 4 PM on Monday, June 5th.
2023, correct.
Cody, does that give the people enough time to do all the preparation they have to do and get the
It's
building off of
tight.
our premises?
It's tight. We're kind of in a rough boat where last year we tried to up that. That deadline was sooner, but people didn't have enough time to kind of get their information together, didn't have time to look at it, kind of get their ducks in the row. So I talked to Mr. Charlier and through conversations he had, there were more people interested in bidding last year, but didn't realize that the window was closing so soon. So it is hard. Permitting is not fun. We're going to be tight there, we think, but we want to encourage people to bid and give them the opportunity to look at it.
That's talking about the bidding, but that's a very successful program that the Northwestern students have built a house every year for over 50 years.
I thought
56.
last year too, when we originally had it as like May 15th for
We
the
did.
bid to be in, and we had 0 bids. We didn't actually get a successful bid until the July meeting anyways, so,
June meeting, I don't
June
think,
meeting.
yeah, not July.
sorry.
So the goal there is to give our community or whomever's interested a little more time to kind of get everything set up and look at the building itself if they wish. So it'll allow it to be open during graduation time too, when that comes around. And if people are interested there, they can take a look as well.
Yes, Monday, March 5th.
June 5th.
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm in March. Monday, June 5th, 4 PM. The bids, minimum 53,000 would be due to the district office.
So this will get advertised on our social media pages, our website. That information will go out to the public.
That everybody can see it. Okay, thank you. Next item,
Oh, you need a motion.
Need a motion.
for the building okay. All right, I need a motion.
Motion to approve the advertising for the building bids.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Tiger's Den rate increase for summer school.
Casey Elkson, your Director of Childcare, is requesting to raise the summer rates. The chart was included in your board packets. No pricing and increase has happened since summer of 2018. Up to this year, we were pretty even with the local establishments. We try not to undercut our other local providers, and therefore, we're ready for the increase for starting this summer for our Tiger's Den summer programming. It's roll call because it's money. Correct.
Okay, do I have a motion for the Tiger Den rate increase for summer school?
Well, it's not for summer school, it's for summer programming, because,
Increase for,
yeah,
okay,
for
for
summertime
summertime.
I'll make a motion to approve the Tiger's Den rate increase for summer
programming.
programming.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. This is a roll call. Mr. Glonick,
Yes.
Mr. Landwehr,
Yes.
Mrs. Olson. Mr. Granlund.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. Sari.
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next item, reconsideration of moving the 2023-24 Iron River
We have
Elementary.
preliminary notice of non-renewals.
How,
That's next.
Oh, my bad, go ahead, yep. Yep.
I was gonna say, am I on the wrong?
Nope, nope.
Okay,
good.
all right, sorry. Reconsideration of moving the 2023-24 Iron River Elementary School second grade to Northwestern Elementary School. Go ahead.
So I make a motion to leave
You're leaving K through 3.
So I make a motion to leave at the Iron River Elementary School, kindergarten through 3rd grade as it is. 4th and 5th grade at Iron River will be left as class sizes for the core curriculum first half of the day. Second half of the day, grades 4 and 5 will be combined for encore and instructional classes for the 23-24 school year.
second the motion.
Okay, I have a motion and I have a second, and can open it up for discussion. Did you have any clarity you wanted to do?
Board pored over this over the course of multiple meetings, and obviously you saw the closed session as well. The thinking is our youngest learners having a full-time teacher, our more independent learners, meaning 4th and 5th grade, for the afternoons only, art, music, PE, science, social studies, in the afternoon would be combined. They would hire a half-time AM teacher for 4th grade. Mrs. Paula stays full-time the full days, and she is the one who would be the teacher for both 4th grade and 5th grade in the afternoons when it's not art, music, and such. The motion made and seconded was because of hearing Iron River, including the town board, clearly that it's more important to keep the Iron River children at Iron River. That was the decision. Is there more explanation, board, that you want me to give? Go ahead.
Well, with all of the discussion, there was the mental health aspect for just the students and the families that we took into consideration as well. And transportation times was discussed a little bit as well as in that is.
And also we had many concerns, everybody had concerns about moving second graders, and they're in a fragile time in their life too, so we were all concerned about that.
I would like to say that I would urge our representatives for our area to approve the budget that Governor Evers stated, because for too many years, our school districts have fallen evaluated and need those funds. I've also contacted our representative, Miss Savitt, and also Senator Quinn. And if I can.
Both of them are coming on April 4th.
Both of them are coming next month. So let them know how you feel. There's Representative Green. I don't know who.
Chance Green, he has to be invited still. Yep.
So, I mean, let them know. Now, our cuts are not as much. I know Superior is doing $4 million that they're gonna have to cut. So let your representatives know. It's a time to not only let us know, but please let your legislators know, because they need to hear it from our community. Thank you, and contact them.
So the board is not sure. All of those that have desired to speak, since Iron River is not being moved, I don't know if you still wish to speak, but when Mrs. Matherly calls on you, you would just need to say, I'm fine, or then you would come up to the microphone and still speak. But they wanted you to know the decision and motion in second. But they will not be voting on that until after those who still wish to speak can speak.
So I have a list here of people who've signed up to speak. I'll call your name. If you are still wanting to speak, please go to the microphone. And if you did not fill out a form but you're wanting to speak, then you would just need to wait until the end where it's comments from audience, and you would be able to speak at the end if you don't have a form pre-filled out. Again, I'm just going to read this so that we all know the same thing, because otherwise I look like a big meanie. Comments should be focused on the agenda item or topic, because it's the law, we have to do it that way. being considered by the board and will be restricted to no more than 3 minutes in length. So if you could try to keep it around that, that would be wonderful if you are planning on speaking. Okay, first person I've got here, Kristen Glaser, and I apologize if I'm saying the names wrong. I have a Stephanie Clark. Okay. I have Travis Buttrick.
My name is Travis Buttrick. I'm first grade. Thank you for letting me in my school.
Thank you for coming, Travis. I'm going to probably pronounce this wrong, so my apologies. David.
It's Sabranowitz?
Simbranowitz. I practiced that for a year when his
Yes, you
grandkids
did.
played RBA.
At least you didn't go with the Polish Chimbranovich. Thank you very much. I did have another statement. First, I want to thank the school board and Dr. Croney for making this change in our decision with the motion that's on the floor right now. I am a resident of Iron River, a taxpayer. I'm also the town chairman of the Township of Iron River. And I would say to you that hopefully this passes as a decision for the 23-24 school year to keep these second graders there, to make sure the school remains whole. I would also urge this school board to connect with the people in Iron River, most of whom have come here, which is members of the PTO, parents, families that are involved with children there. Engage with the town of Iron River, even with our Board of Supervisors, to find solutions for the coming years. We are here because we want to help. We are here because we want to keep our school in Iron River. We want to keep our families. We want more families to move in. And I would urge you, first of all, to pass this new motion, and second of all, engage with us. It's critical as elected officials that we have clarity in our communication, we have transparency, and that we seek out solutions from others, not just thinking we can all do it ourselves. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, I have John Sleeman. Okay, Rich Nemitz.
I'm not shy. I've never been shy. I would like to, Rich Nimitz, Town of Iron River Supervisor. I would like to echo what our chairman said. We appreciate this decision. We think it's made in the right way. Clearly, I'm not going to go over all the stats of what Iron River has put into this school district through the years, but I think at some point you need to think about where this school district could be and what it looked like without Iron River in it. We're obviously a major funding source, 26% of the tax revenue. We only have 15% of the population and 12 to 15% or 12 to 14% of the total kids. I think you've made the right decision here. I hope you vote yes and you pass this. It is hard looking at seventh graders who have, in the last 3 or 4 years, been traumatized with the COVID stuff, the shutdowns, the masks, and everything else. And I think a decision in this direction is acting in their best interests. Thank you.
Thank you. Jessica Smurden. Samantha Karna. Cassie Fleming. Kate Holtzman. Katie Kavayetz. Heather Miller.
Hi, I'm Heather Miller. Most of you know me. I've been in the school district for years. My dad was a special ed teacher here, and my mom was the school nurse. Thank you for your decision. I guess I just have some questions. I don't know if you guys can answer them, but questions. I mean, so are we losing the fourth grade teacher?
No, this is an additional halftime teacher the board is willing to hire.
Okay, so the fourth grade teacher stays too?
No, the fourth grade
Oh, s-
teacher would
So we're losing her?
go, she's going down to second grade, and then the current second grade teacher goes over, because she already knows that curriculum, because we do need 4 teachers of second grade over at NES.
So they're,
But we're hiring a fourth grade.
We're hiring a halftime AM, fourth
oh,
grade.
so you're hiring, is it a part-time teacher
Yes,
in Iron River?
yes,
Okay.
additional, but we weren't.
So our fourth grade teacher stays?
She's going to stay in, she's going to be moved to second grade.
Okay. Okay, perfect. I don't think there's any other questions. I just wanted to clarify that. And also too, just to kind of touch on David's comment about, you know, if you guys have questions or want to run stuff by us, we do appreciate that. I think this last time, I think it being voted without any parents' consent or even talking to parents, I think created a lot of uproar. So maybe, you know, in the future, if we can kind of not do that, that would be in the best interest of our children. But to just ask us our thoughts. I know that, you know, 2 years ago, this is deja vu for me. I was here 2 years ago, and it was a fifth grade moving to NES, and it was unanimously voted against moving them 2 years ago. So similar situations, but I just wish that, you know, moving forward, that we could talk before like those huge decisions are made, because we don't want to lose our students. We want to keep them in Iron River. We want to keep Iron River open. So thank you.
Thank you. Rachel Zawicki. I should know how to say that. Darn it.
Hi, I'm Kristen Gilmer, but I'm speaking on behalf of Rachel, so let me just pull up her message. She wanted me to start by thanking you for taking our concerns seriously, and she wanted to acknowledge the importance of full-time teachers and students staying at their home school. And then this is her message. When my 6th grader attended Iron River, his kindergarten year was the first year of halftime teachers there. 3 of the 6 of his classroom teachers were halftime first-year teachers who resigned after their first year. My 3rd grader also had a halftime first-year teacher in kindergarten. All of these were negative experiences. In the past 7 years, we have had a new special ed teacher every year, often first year, often halftime, usually not finished with their training. The school counselor tends to change on average every 2 years. There was never enough para coverage for special education kids to take a break when needed, and their IEPs were violated day after day as a result. There is often no nurse present, no counselor, no principal. They have no activity bus, which creates an equity issue for many kids who can no longer be involved in school activities because their families lack the means to get them back home. These kids have never had their needs met and have never had stability. They have never had the same educational opportunities as the kids at NES. The staff have always had unique challenges, and they've never had support for it. We constantly have a revolving door, which is no surprise because we continue to create conditions that lead to burnout while simultaneously attempting to deny benefits and numerous other actions that communicate our staff are not valued. Both the students and staff at Iron River deserve better.
Thank you. Next, I have Stephen Probst.
Iron River. You can see how much support there is for Iron River and community. And thank you.
Thank you. Tessa Schutte.
Hi, I'm a resident of Iron River, and I would like to thank the board for their decision. My son was part of the 5th grade class that was moved to NES from Iron River, and it really failed him. He struggled at school. He went from a class, he went to a class 3 times the size that he was in. And it dropped his grades, it dropped his work ability in that. We're still struggling to get that back up now that he's in 8th grade. And I'm just really grateful that the second graders are not going to be put through the same stuff that our family has been put through because of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Allie Egley? Egley, sorry. Thank you. Next, we have Laura Egley.
I'm Laura. I'm from Brule. We go to IRES. And thank you for keeping our second graders in the school next year. My daughter's best friend is in 1st grade this year. She was super sad. She's been very tearful. However, I'm very concerned about having a half-time teacher next year. My daughter is in special education. She is a little bit delayed, and we already are struggling with not having enough time with a special education teacher. There are very limited resources at IRES already, and going half-time teachers, there's no stability there. It's too many kids. The reason why we chose IRES is because it's a small school, and having to go in a double classroom, we've done that before. We moved here for that reason. We don't want to do a part-time teacher, and we're paying taxes for school. We should be in our own classes. We should. I just very much disagree with a half-time teacher. I'm absolutely not okay with it. And I would ask that you would reconsider that portion of it. I'm thankful that the second graders are here, but I do think that there are other options. Saving money, you can ask the people that are building the house to put the roof on wherever we need it. We can not do the asphalt. There are so many other options than going half-time when you're taking away from a child's learning time. And if they're learning something in 5th grade, they can't learn the same thing in 4th grade. They need to learn the 4th grade stuff first before they're learning 5th grade. I don't agree with it. My daughter is high needs. There's not extra paras available for when she needs them already. So putting a double classroom with one teacher, as great as she is, that's not fair to all of the students or the teacher.
Thank you. Nicole Lester?
I'm Nicole Lester. Obviously, you've heard from me a few times. I do want to thank you for listening to us. With all the Iron River support that's here, this is what means the world to us, is keeping our kids in the school. It would be a bigger battle if it would have went the other way. So I'm glad it came to this point. I agree to what some of Laura Egley said with just the extra stuff that we don't have at Iron River Elementary, but I can see that hopefully coming our way. And for what we need to get over for the hump with this budget cut and everything else, this is the best scenario for us. And we do thank you.
Thank you. Rorik Gilmer? Okay. Kristen Gilmer? Okay. Courtney Mashlin?
I'm Courtney Mashlin. I have 2 kids currently at Iron River. One of them is this year's 1st grade. I'd like to say thank you, first off, for making the choice for them to stay. That's huge. It's not just keeping them. Like, the big impact that this had, you guys just saved the kids huge bus rides. And yes, that little bit, you see from NES to Iron River, that half an hour, isn't it? It's the kids getting on the bus at 3:10 at NES that get done. When my kid wouldn't get home till 5 o'clock, that's almost 2 hours. So you saved him that much longer of a bus ride, and that's amazing for him. You're keeping the siblings together, that don't separating them. Like Laura had said, we have 107 kids in the entire Iron River. They're gonna go from that in the entire school to NES has that per grade. So they'll get to stay in their close-knit communities you're keeping, sorry, I have to make sure I amend my words to fit appropriately now. But parents get to actually go and enjoy all of the events that the school puts on for them, their Christmas concerts, their holiday events, the costume things, end of the year activities they get to actually go to, so they don't have to juggle their time between two different schools. The sports was a big one that, if this comes up again, would need to be something thought about, because our district prides themselves on sports. Our 3rd and 4th grade basketball teams, we've not had kids enough for some of them, so they bring the 2nd grade up to play with the 3rd grade. If there's no 2nd grade class, that could mean that we have no 3rd grade basketball that year because we didn't have enough kids. So that's a big thing that gets impacted. That's about all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Elizabeth Buttrick?
Hello. Ella Patrick. Ella Patrick. I go to school in elementary school in Iron River. Thank you for taking my brother and my friends to school.
Thank you. James Strebler?
I guess this is on. I'd like to thank the board for coming up with a decision. I know it's hard to make decisions like this. I was looking at maybe a different thing. I was looking at team teaching, where you have 2 teachers in the room, and then one's in the morning, one's in the afternoon, and then if there's not a call someplace else for somebody needing to go to a funeral in the morning or sports in the afternoon, you have a built-in sub. You still have that teacher around most of the time as a tutor for the kids that maybe don't get anything. And I have taught 2 classes at the same time in an hour in high school. And yes, it does keep the teacher on the ball, but there are advantages because the other kids, when they are bored, they're listening to what's going on in the other class. So there's a learning atmosphere that does take place. I don't like the changing of teachers to half-day teachers. I'd rather see a full-time teacher hired and use them someplace else when they're not available for the classroom if need be. So that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for making the decision.
Thank you.
Are you ready for a vote?
All right, I have a motion and I have a second on the table. This is,
Yeah, because it's more money now. You're going to spend more money. So.
we need to do a roll call vote. Okay. Okay. All right. Mr. Glonick?
Yes.
Mr. Landwehr?
Yes.
Mrs. Olson? Mr. Granlund?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Sari?
Yes.
And I am also yes. Okay. Next item is preliminary layoff notices due to budget constraints and declining enrollment.
Kaylee Nolt, 1.0 full-time equivalency, high school math. Robert Mooney, 1.0 full-time equivalency, high school science. Rob Polson, 1.0 FTE, high school and middle school social studies. Nicholas Olson, 0.7 full-time equivalency, middle school health.
I will need a motion. Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. This is a roll call vote. Mr. Glonick?
Yes.
Mr. Landwehr?
Yes.
Mrs. Olson? Mr. Granlund?
Yep.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Sari?
Yes.
And I am yes.
Those were, for clarification, preliminary layoff notices due to budget constraints and declining enrollment.
do I need to press K? Item K is other.
I think that would be the opportunity for, I don't have anything on that, but that would be the time if you've got it. Sure, sure. This, the enhancement doesn't,
Okay.
as long as the agenda.
Item K is other possible budget reductions. Anybody have anything that they want
At this time.
to bring forward? Okay.
That was the conversation in closed session, was to revisit that, but it's not for, okay. But I'm just saying if they're not, choosing to do anything, that doesn't even need to be said. Same thing though on, it's up to the board. If the board wishes to make any motions, if the board doesn't wish to make any motions, there's none to be made. Okay?
Okay.
Right. But the other piece is that on overload, if you're going to non-renew, then, no, okay? All right.
Okay, then we're going to move into the administrative report. Communications?
Yes, under communications, a letter from the Iron River PTO requesting the board reevaluate the decision about transferring second grade was sent. Kristen Gilmer's correspondence was left for distribution, and that made it to all the board. Flyer from CISA 12, Grow Your Skills as a board member on May 4th. Please take note of that. Also, on the table, a letter from the Department of Public Instruction. The 22-23 Educator Effectiveness Grant has been approved for funding in the amount of $8,240. It's similar to what we received this year as well. That's it. Okay.
Okay, did you want to keep going with the next one?
Primary Canvas results, ballot order, Canvas notice for April 4th, school board election were enclosed with your board packets. And any questions for Cody on maintenance update? Or Cody, anything more you wanted to say?
Maintenance update reports there, it's pretty general stuff.
Okay.
Okay. WASB correspondent and legislative report, Mrs. Olson.
Okay.
CISA 12, Mr. Glonick.
CISA 12 has completed superintendent searches for Maple and Phillips school districts. They're in the process of interviewing candidates for the superintendent position in Solon Springs. CISA 12 is working with CISA 5 to conduct the search for the CISA 10 administrator. We just went over CISA 12 will hold a school board retreat at the Steakhouse Lodge in Hayward, May 4th. Superintendents of the districts in the former Indian Head Conference have completed the renaming process. The conference will now be known as Northern Lights Conference. Let's see here. The Board of Control, well, we've now passed it, but for the building purchase, and then the next meeting we'll have the
Disposal.
disposal motion in front of us.
Did they finish hiring and negotiating contract at Phillips for their superintendent or no?
I
That was-
believe so, but this was in early February, so.
Okay,
yeah.
got it. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Glonick. Donations?
Jay Johnson donated 24 binders for middle school students.
Okay. In our packets, we have the reports from the Northwestern High School, Middle School, Elementary, Iron River, Athletic Director, Director of Special Education. And do we have anything from the student board reps?
A lot. So, oh geez, sorry. I'm just going to take this off. I'm Katie Kyle, for those of you who don't know me. We'll start off with girls basketball season is officially over, and they lost against Amory.
I'm Mark Drummond, by the way. Boys basketball has also concluded, losing in the regional championship against Prescott last Saturday. Deca State was this past weekend. Maddie Raymond and Chelsea Mackey are heading to internationals in Florida in April. FBLA had a great competition at state.
With state being in April.
And state is in April, sorry.
Yeah,
Okay. FCCLA also had a great competition and also have members going to state this year. Visual Arts Classic also are Quiz Bowl champions and their entire team is heading to state in April. Wrestling, Tanner Kaufman placed second at state, 170 pounds. Tommy Brown placed third at state at 113 pounds, and Ian Smith was state champion at 195 pounds. Track started on Monday. We have, I think, 80 plus athletes this year, and we are very excited for our season.
Forensics also had their first competition after it getting rescheduled many times due to the weather. Our co-op girls hockey with Superior were state runners up this year, which is really, really cool to watch. Our ACT was also yesterday. The juniors are glad it's over. Choir and band had their spring concert, and that went well. Band also received an excellent rating during WSMA Music Festival. The NHS Jazz Band also has a concert coming up in April. Band, solo, and ensemble. So solo and ensemble as a whole is on Saturday, March 25th. We are looking for parent volunteers if anybody wants to help out. Choir also has a large group contest tomorrow. Morgan Martins came in second in the Junior Iditarod in Alaska, which is really, really cool. And then we had a representative this year at Superior Days, which happened to be me. I went with the Douglas County Board of Representatives, and it was just really, really cool to get people in our area to know more about our area and our school specifically, and getting to talk to Senator Quinn and Representative Sappick, and forgot the other one's name. But it was just a really, really cool opportunity. So, and I believe that's it.
Thank you. Did you want to go ahead and do student, staff, and community
They
recognition?
already took it. They already said it.
Yeah, they did.
They
Wow.
did. Good. I'm grateful that they were so thorough.
Good job.
Okay.
That's why we pay you the big bucks.
Yeah.
Comments from the audience. Do we have anybody? I don't see anyone moving to the microphone, or did we have a?
Excuse me. There were 3 people that signed up late to speak,
Well, they certainly can.
and if
talk
they
now.
want.
Right. Yep. So if anyone has a comment that they want to, if they can go up to the microphone, otherwise we'll assume. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Then I need a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned.